Charlotte Pride returns this August, bringing nearly 250,000 people together for one of the Southeast's largest LGBTQ celebrations. From the parade and festival to live entertainment, community programming, and opportunities to connect, Charlotte Pride Weekend is more than just a celebration. It's a reflection of the vibrant LGBTQ community that calls the Queen City home. Coming up, we'll sit down with Charlotte Pride Board President Will Martin, preview this year's events, and bring you the latest LGBTQ news from across the Carolinas. Hey y'all, and welcome to the Q by Qnotes. I'm Liz Schob. For more than 40 years, Qnotes has been telling the stories of LGBTQ communities across the Carolinas. Now we're bringing you those stories in a new way. Each episode, we'll sit down with newsmakers, explore the issues affecting our community, highlight arts and culture, and bring you the latest LGBTQ news from the Carolinas and beyond. Now, I definitely didn't want to do this by myself, so joining me are my co-hosts, Vanna, Vanity, and Chann. Hey y'all, how you doing?
Hi.
Hey.
How are you?
Good. Y'all excited?
Oh, I'm so excited.
Yes, I can't wait. On today's episode, we're celebrating Charlotte Pride. We'll go behind the scenes with Charlotte Pride Board President Will Martin, take a look at what's in store for this year's festivities, and catch you up on some of the biggest LGBTQ stories making headlines across the Carolinas. Let's get started. Joining us now is Will Martin, Board President of Charlotte Pride. Will, thank you so much for joining us today.
You're welcome. Glad to be here.
Yeah, so we are excited to have you here because this entire first episode of The Q, we are talking all things Pride, and there's no better person to help us kick things off. Charlotte is one of the fastest growing cities in the country, and so many people are moving here every single day, and many of whom may have never experienced Charlotte Pride before. So for someone who's new to the city or thinking about attending for the first time, what is Charlotte Pride?
Well, in a nutshell, it is a huge party in the street, right? For at least 2 days of the year, right? We take over downtown Charlotte, uptown Charlotte, excuse me, for the people that care about that. And we just celebrate anything and everything that is LGBTQ plus, right? We have music, we have arts, we have shopping, we have food, everything. It's a great fun time.
It's one of my favorite weekends of the year. So beyond the festival, so you have that big weekend, but you do so much more than that. So what is the mission of Charlotte Pride?
The mission is basically to celebrate, to engage, to connect everybody that is LGBTQ plus, along with everybody that is an ally or others out there, right? Mm-hmm. So that's why we're there. We're there to basically stay in front of everybody's faces, right? So we want to make sure you know who we are, so there's no mystery. There's no, people think, oh, they might have a bad idea what a gay person is or whatnot. Well, that's not true. We're just normal people. We have families. We have moms, dads, sisters, husbands, wives, pets, children, so we're there to take that mystery out and to engage with everybody else.
Awesome. It's so important. And so one question that I know is on everybody's minds is, Pride is in June. Pride Month is June, but Charlotte celebrates Pride in August. Why is that?
Well, everybody has a different story, right? So it depends on who you ask and when you ask it. Pride can be any time of the year. It's it's throughout the year is Pride. I mean, we're not the only city that doesn't have our celebration in June, right? The other cities have it in October, June, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's just as long as we're out there and having it. The reason that we have it is a lot of times was scheduling in the beginning, 20 some odd years ago when we started the festival. It was a scheduling thing with the city, right? So with the Panthers games and all that, August was the time that we could actually get in there and take over the downtown area.
Yeah. Personally, I love it because it means that you get to celebrate Pride, like you said, year round, but also all summer long.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
I think it's great.
Oh, yeah.
So let's talk about this year's celebration.
All right.
What can people expect when they come out for the weekend?
Okay, when you come out for the weekend, just be prepared to have your mind blown, basically. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be music. It's going to be dancing. It's going to be arts and crafts. It's going to be, we have an area for children and families with children to hang out with just by themselves. We have small micro businesses and artists will have their neighborhood market, and that's expanded this year. We have Flourish, which is our spoken word and music festival that's in the Dubois Center. And of course, you have the main stage, and we have food court, and all sorts of fun stuff. We also have another a dance tent for the Charlotte Black Pride puts on. So it's a big old dance party down there. So just lots and lots of fun stuff to do, along with the parade, which is the largest, one of the largest parades in the Southeast, and it's the largest parade that Charlotte puts on.
Awesome.
Actually, that Charlotte has. They don't put it on. We put it on. But I just want to make a note of that.
Yeah.
So we are the largest parade that Charlotte has. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. So, is there anything about this year that you're especially excited about?
I'm excited about just being there, just having it again. Obviously, every year is an enormous lift, right? Mm-hmm. So, as you well know, it doesn't take one person; it takes an army. To put this on, and the fact that we can get out there and we can show our colors and in a safe space for everybody is what we're looking forward to.
Yeah, it really does feel like by the community for the community in that way.
Exactly.
Yeah. So for someone who's planning their weekend, maybe they're coming from out of town, what are some highlights that you think they don't want to miss?
Okay, well, if you can come for a week, because we start Sunday before the festival with our interfaith service. And then on Thursday, we have the drag pageant, which is very fun to do. And then, of course, we hit the streets Saturday morning with the festival itself. And that would be it starts off on the main stage, but we have neighborhood market. We have the Flourish Festival, which is in the Dubois Center. And, of course, the Charlotte Black Pride dance stage, which is a lot of fun. And, of course, obviously, the parade itself on Sunday is a big thing for everybody else.
Awesome. Is there anything that you personally look forward to every year?
I look forward to seeing the smiling faces, right? So I've done this for 12 years now, right?
Wow.
So it was my first Pride that I ever went to in 2014. I was there on a Saturday. I was volunteering on Sunday, and I haven't stopped volunteering since, right?
That's right. That's amazing.
So it is amazing, but what keeps me coming back is seeing everybody and their smiling faces. It's a lot of fun for me, and it brings me a lot of joy.
Yeah, it's a really special weekend. So most people experience Charlotte Pride as this incredible weekend, which we know that it is, right? But they don't always see everything that happens behind the scenes. Sure. So what does it take to bring an event of this size to life?
It takes so much. It takes hundreds of volunteers, thousands of hours throughout the year of planning. It takes a dedicated board and a dedicated staff. Mm-hmm. It takes sponsors out the wazoo. It takes our Friends of Pride and our VIP ticket holders. It takes everybody coming together to put this thing on. It's just amazing how it does happen every year, regardless of the uphill battles that we have to hit sometimes.
Yeah. How early does planning start?
We're already planning for 2 years down the road,
Oh, wow.
So yeah. It used to be where the day after, festival, we're getting our permit, in and that type of thing. But if you really think about it, we're thinking about how we can improve for the next year. It's like, we hit this snag this year. What can we do about it next year? So we're already thinking 1 or 2 years ahead in advance.
That's fantastic. Yeah. So what is something that would surprise people about organizing an event like this?
How much money that it costs, right? It is an expensive undertaking. It really is. But a lot of people don't think about the behind-the-scenes stuff. What it takes to bring in all the equipment, all the tents, all the vendors coming in, and the insurance costs, the medical, the security, everything is involved. It's just so much planning has to go into it that it just people don't understand or don't realize how much is involved with it. We're talking, you got hundreds of hours just dealing with the insurance and the locations, because we're on private property, we're on public property, and we're on county property. So there's 3 different entities that we deal with, and it's a slog sometimes, but it's just for a good cause. So. Yeah.
And it always ends up being such a beautiful weekend. Mm-hmm. So everybody knows the Festival and Parade weekend, right? But you do so much more throughout the year. Can you talk about some of those programs that you have?
Sure. We have a few different programs that we do throughout the year. Early spring, that we have a job and career fair that bring, I think this is, I can't even remember how many years it's been, but we bring hiring organizations that are affirming of LGBTQ applicants and that are actually hiring and wanting to find people that they normally can't. And then we also, at the Job and Career Fair, we have workshops that people can learn how to do their resume, how to do LinkedIn. They get headshots. We provide headshots out there to help people in their career journeys. Something else that we do is we have a scholarship and internship program, which is really cool. So we hire one intern for 8 weeks during the summer, and they get a stipend with that. And then, of course, there's 12 different scholarships that we get to hand out to everybody that apply. Something else that is near and dear to my heart is Reel Out, which is our film festival. It's the Charlotte's only LGBTQ film festival out here, and that's actually how I got involved originally with this organization through a different organization that I was with. So it was pretty cool.
Nice, nice. So what are some programs or initiatives that you are especially proud of?
The one that's near and dear to my heart is Reel Out.
It's a really special program.
It is a special program, especially considering it brought together my two loves, right? Because at the time I was on the board for Charlotte Film Festival, Charlotte Film Society, who puts on the Charlotte Film Festival as well, and that through them is we would loan Charlotte Pride the equipment to put out their film festival at the time. So that's how I got involved with Charlotte Pride on the outskirts, and before coming to the festival, and then started volunteering from there. So the Reel Out is near and dear to my heart.
Awesome. So it feels like every year someone's like, why do we need Pride? How would you answer that question?
Why don't we need Pride is the question. We do need Pride, and it's really to make sure everybody knows that we're nothing strange and weird. We're just normal people, and we want to celebrate. And until every single person in our community can feel safe with where they live, know that they won't worry about losing a job or having their kids taken away from them or some junk like that, we have to have Pride, right? It's there for everybody and to demystify, what is LGBTQ plus.
Yeah, it's so much more than just a festival. It's really a whole movement.
It is. It is.
So Pride is a festival, and it's also a movement, but it's also personal. So what does Pride mean to you personally?
To me, it's really about hope and community, right? So it's letting people be who they are and their authentic self, and showing others that who they are, really. So.
Yeah. So our community, the LGBTQ community, has experienced a number of challenges, not just in recent years, but especially it feels very acute with everything that's going on. So how do events like Charlotte Pride help people feel connected during times like these?
It gives them a safe space, right? So, not everybody that comes to our festival or that doesn't come feels safe where they live, right? So I think it's important for them to come out to see that there are other people, that they're not alone, they're not an island, right? So there are other people going through the same issues, different issues that you might not even know about, So somebody always has it worse. But it's good to know that you're in it with other people, right? And other people, if you find friends, or they might come alongside you and help you through your downtimes, right? So I think it's important to be out there and be seen.
Yeah, exactly. So what do you hope that people take away from Charlotte Pride Weekend?
Take away. Hope again, and love. I'm hoping people come out and learn something new. Find a new friend. Somebody to come along with and live life. So I really just hope everybody just has a fun time, an accepting time, and become more accepting of each other.
Amen. So every year there are new folks moving to Charlotte. We have new neighbors, new families, people looking for community. So what do you hope that someone who's brand new to Charlotte experiences when they come to Charlotte Pride for the first time?
I hope they see a city that's not the typical southern city, right? People have a bad rap sometimes of the South, and we're a big city. And I hope that they come out and see that we're a progressive city, we're a loving city, and we're a caring city.
Yeah, we certainly are. And so, speaking of, for someone who's never attended Charlotte Pride Weekend, maybe they're experiencing this for the first time, or maybe they're not sure if they want to go or not. What would you say to encourage them to attend?
You must come. Come on now, it's easy. We're in a new position. This is our second year in our new festival zone, right? And we've made it so much easier for people to come because we are 2 light rail stops is within our zone, right? So it's really simple. You don't have to worry about parking. You know, you go up north, you can go out south where there's free parking. You hop on the train and you hop right off right into our festival. I want you to come out here. I want you to see what we got going on. I want you to feel safe, and I want you to just have a smashing fun time. You know, and of course, one of the big things is our parade that we have on Sunday, and people. It's just amazing seeing thousands upon thousands of people lined up along the street in downtown Charlotte, and the floats and so much fun that we have out there. So come on down.
Yeah. That's right. You heard it from Will. Come on down. I'm going to be there all weekend. It's going to be great. So, Will, thank you so much for joining us. We really look forward to celebrating Charlotte Pride with you and everyone that weekend.
Look forward to it.
Yeah.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride, y'all. Coming up next, we're breaking down some of the biggest LGBTQ headlines from across the Carolinas and the country.
Follow the white rabbit.
920 Central Avenue, Charlotte, North Carolina.
One of the best parts of Pride is everything happening not just at the festival and parade, but everything beyond it. From drag shows and live music to community events and nightlife, there's something happening all week long. And when it comes to what's worth checking out, there's no one better to ask than Vanity. Vanna, what's happening around town?
On Saturday, August 8th, the 6th annual Life's a Beach charity drag brunch takes place at Snooze Eatery, celebrating the birthday of the one and only, and thank God for that, Valerie Antcale Rockwell. This year's brunch benefits Hearts United for Good, a Charlotte nonprofit that unites volunteers, resources, and local partners to support families in crisis and strengthen neighborhoods. A portion of the ticket proceeds, along with the event's Pass the Plate fundraiser and 50/50 raffle, will go to support the work that the charity is doing. If you are looking for drag, community, and a chance to give back, this is a great way to kick off Pride Week. From celebration to reflection, Charlotte Pride is also creating space for people of all faiths and backgrounds to come together. On Sunday, August 9th at 4 p.m., Charlotte Pride will host its interfaith service at Holy Trinity Lutheran Church in Plaza Midwood. This year's theme is Proud Out Loud, Many Paths, One Affirmation, bringing together speakers from different spiritual backgrounds to share experiences. Whether you're part of a faith community, spiritually curious, or looking for a meaningful way to begin Pride Week, everyone is invited to attend. And if live performances are more your speed, here's one you won't want to miss. The Gay Men's Chorus of Charlotte presents Game On August 13th and 14th at First United Methodist Church in Uptown. Presented in partnership with Charlotte Pride, the concert combines live choral music, musicians, and cinematic visuals inspired by some of the most iconic video game soundtracks ever written, including Halo, Skyrim, and Pokemon, and so many more. And if you're looking for a little bit of everything, be sure to check out Flourish during Charlotte Pride Weekend. Returning to the Dubois Center in Uptown on Saturday, August 15th, Flourish is expanding in a big way this year with more live performances, visual artists, interactive experiences, and community programming than ever before. You'll find everything from spoken word and music to local artists, hands-on activities, and plenty of opportunities to connect with the creative side of Charlotte's LGBTQ+ community. Whether you spend an hour there or make it a part of your entire Pride weekend, it's definitely worth adding to your list. Well, what do y'all think of all those events?
I mean, the range of events were amazing, from interfaith services to the gay men choir to Life's a Beach brunch. Sign me up for all three.
I cannot wait. I love that Pride season is all summer long in Charlotte. Do y'all have any events coming up?
Yeah, so I actually have an event coming up with my company, House Sanguine. So for those who don't know, Sanguine means to be optimistic in the face of adversity, and we do experiential events. So we just partner with the Long Room in Plaza to co-host a tango class on the 22nd. So my husband and I, we've been picking up a new hobby. So if you want to learn how to do tango, come out on the 22nd. It's going to be food, vibes, and queerness.
Can't wait. What about you, Vanna?
I'm so excited. I have a lot of events happening with the Vanity House all weekend. On Friday night, we will be at Bar Argon, and we are going to have RuPaul's Drag Race. Nicole Paige Brooks will be with us, along with Meatball from Sloppy Seconds. So we're so excited. It's going to be a wild time with them. And then on Saturday, on August 15th, I will be at Ink and Ivy. We have a 2-seating brunch with local entertainment from all over the Carolinas. And then on Sunday, we have a pre-parade brunch at Ink and Ivy as well, with actually all of Carolina's legendary drag queens. So it's going to be so exciting.
Fantastic. It's going to be an amazing week of events. Yes. Can't wait. Coming up next, we're breaking down some of the biggest LGBTQ headlines from across the Carolinas and the country. Stay tuned. We're starting in Asheville, where North Carolina's first LGBT women's sports bar is expected to open later this year. Called Q Hall, the venue will feature women's sports on every television, while also serving as Asheville's only lesbian bar. Founder JJ Pope said the idea came after visiting a similar establishment in Portland and realized that Asheville needed a space like it. Along with showing women's sports, Q Hall plans to host trivia nights, karaoke, and other community events. So the article talks about how Asheville hasn't had a lesbian bar since Club Hairspray actually closed in the early 2000s. It's been a minute.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
That's really
Yeah.
But I do think that now more than ever it's needed, and it really excites me that it's in Asheville. Have y'all been to Asheville?
Love Asheville.
I love Asheville.
Yeah, I feel like that is the right spot for something like that because it's so like queer friendly. And I feel like the community that I feel there, like my husband and I, we frequent it every single year and it makes us feel safe. So I'm honestly all for it.
Yeah, I think it's great. It definitely makes me sad because Charlotte, we don't have any open lesbian bars. We've had a lot of in the past. Shout out to Hardigan's and L4. RIP, miss you all so much. But, you know, lesbian bars in particular are really hard to find now.
This is so true. From working in the nightlife industry, I mean, bars in themselves, especially queer spaces, are on the decline. And to see a lesbian bar opening up so close to us, literally in this day of age, like it's fabulous that we're seeing more queer spaces actually being added instead of being taken away.
Exactly. And I love the fact that there's a sports element to it as well, because women's sports is having a moment, and I hope it stays permanent.
Yeah, me too.
So I'm excited. I'm definitely going to make a trip up to Asheville and go check this place out when they open.
100%.
Our next story takes a look at the Pentagon's initiative that is generating debate far beyond the military. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth has announced a plan to screen service members over the age of 30 for low testosterone and offer voluntary hormone replacement therapy, saying the program will improve military readiness. But critics point to what they see as a contradiction. The same administration that has worked towards restricting gender-affirming care for transgender service members is now promoting hormone therapy for cisgender men.
Wild.
It's just
Deep sigh.
so many thoughts.
Yeah.
It's just, it's so hypocritical. And the lack of awareness and the complete disconnect. Providing hormone therapy, everyone should get it if they need it, if they've been working with their doctor and they feel like they need it. And regardless of if you're transgender or if you're cisgender, it's affirming care.
Yeah.
It's affirming care. Taking testosterone is affirming care.
I feel like this is a situation, this should be between you and your doctor, not our government.
Right.
Like, why are their hands in this?
Yeah, I never understood why the government feels like they need to make decisions about people's bodies. And I just feel like this is another gross, like, example of them overstepping.
Yeah.
I feel like this is less of a debate on medicine and more of a flex on masculinity.
Oh, it absolutely is. I think there's a little bit of that Napoleon syndrome. I was gonna say something else. There's this, like, we want to be the best because we're deeply insecure, and we're taking it out on vulnerable people and trying to compensate in some ways that are deeply, deeply troubling.
I mean, I feel like all these policies are rooted in some form of insecurity. I mean, that's one of the biggest things that we see is like these people are not at truth or living in their truth or in their light, so they want to punish people that are. So.
Yeah. And it's such a shame because everybody has insecurities, everybody has fears, everybody has things that they might want to change about themselves or improve about themselves. But you don't have the right to take that out on vulnerable people, on trans kids, on transgender service members. I actually come from a military family. And so I have a lot of feelings about the military industrial complex. However, the sacrifices that people make is something that you will not understand unless you've been through it. And for someone to not only sign up to serve the country, but to also be a transgender person and live in their truth in that way, not just a member of the LGBTQ community, because that's hard as a service member, but to also be transgender is a whole other level. And just the hypocrisy of them coming out and saying, we want to screen for hormones, for testosterone, so you can be more masculine is just ridiculous.
Eye roll.
Yeah.
Big eye roll.
I could not believe that. And my first thought was like, I couldn't imagine being transgender in the military and seeing that our government is willing to pay for this for people, but they had to pay for this themselves to get there. It's wild.
Yeah. It's absolutely ridiculous. So definitely something to watch. I know we haven't heard the first, we haven't heard the last. This will be really interesting to see how this plays out.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, speaking of tea, a social media post from transgender author and former sex worker Jessie James Rose went wildly viral recently after she claimed that she had been paid by the late Senator Lindsey Graham for sexual encounters years ago. The allegations remain unverified, but that didn't stop the internet from having a lot to say, reigniting some long-running rumors and debates about hypocrisy and questions about where the line is between public interest and private lives. Y'all.
Raise your hand if you're surprised by this.
No, not at all. And like, I think it's important to be clear before we get started. There is nothing inherently shameful at all about sex work. We are very pro bodily autonomy and consensual people, having consensual interactions, right? That's not what people are reacting to here. It's all about hypocrisy.
Right.
It's all about hypocrisy.
Right, because it's like these people are refusing to not live in their truth, or they're not living in their truth, and they're taking it out on people that are living in their truth. Like, it requires a lot for us to wake up every single day, put on our clothes, and walk through the world authentically, not caring if we're going to get hate crimed as a result. So I think it's frustrating whenever you see these policymakers that are clearly not living in their truth and are afraid to be themselves punish people like us that want to live in our light. It blows my mind every time.
I cannot believe that this, when this happened, I felt like this was only a matter of time before we were going to start hearing this. 100%. The rumors have been going on forever. We've all heard something before, but now that I don't think this is going to be the last thing we hear of this. I feel like there will be more and more and more people that will keep coming out. And this is just the top of this.
Yeah. And I think what's so frustrating too, it's very much like do as I say, not as I do politics, right. Where it's, I'm going to go and do all of these things, but then nobody else is allowed to, and I'm going to do it in secret and then continue to hold on to my power. It's just, I find it really despicable. And this story really spread quickly, right? So why do you think it's resonated so much with people?
Well, I think because he really, really targeted our community, like the whole queer community, for so long, and took so many different angles at attacks at us. And I feel like it was about time somebody said, you know what? I'm going to settle up.
Yeah. Let's turn the mirror right back on you.
Truly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and Lindsey Graham is not the first politician, allegedly.
Definitely not the first. Allegedly. And definitely won't be the last.
And definitely won't be the last. I forget which podcast it was, but Hunter Biden has had a great time recently. And he was talking about how and I believe it, there is a whole group of closeted politicians, and they all know who each other are, and they all hang out together.
Right.
But they're all asserting their power and dominance and passing all these laws and discriminating against people. One day karma's going to come home to roost, y'all. One day karma's going to come.
And I feel like it's already coming.
It's coming.
I do hope that, Jessie James Rose, the former sex worker, she's actually gone on to have an incredible career.
As she should.
And a number of different things. I'm so proud of her. I hope that she's okay.
Yeah.
I've been really thinking a lot about her lately, and
Yeah,
'cause
absolutely.
I know that people are going to try to come for her.
Yeah, that's a hard place to be.
It is.
Yeah.
Interesting things happening. A lot's going on in
That
the
is
world.
some tea, though.
It's some tea.
That is DT.
That is
Yeah.
DT. So we thought a lot about how we wanted to end each episode, and we kept coming back to the same idea. Yes, it's important to talk about what's happening in our community, but it's just as important to celebrate what's going right. So we're going to close every episode with the Good News Corner, where we highlight the people, organizations, and moments that remind us why this community is worth celebrating. Our Good News Corner comes from right here in North Carolina. It's about a summer camp called Transcending Adolescence, a week-long camp for transgender and gender diverse youth in the mountains of Western North Carolina. On the surface, it looks like any other summer camp. Campers spend the week swimming, hiking, making art, tackling ropes courses, roasting marshmallows around a campfire, and performing in talent shows. But what makes this camp special is that these young people don't have to explain themselves. They're surrounded by other trans and gender diverse youth, along with counselors and staff who understand their experiences. One camper said it was the first place they truly ever felt safe. Another said it was the first time they realized that there were other people like them. I think that that's what makes this story so special. It's not really about camp, it's about belonging. It's about creating a place where young people can laugh, make friends, build confidence, and simply be themselves. Every young person deserves to know what that feels like, and that is our Good News Corner.
Well, I think that's a pretty good place to leave it. Yeah. Thank you so much for hanging out with us for the very first episode of the Q by Qnotes.
We'll be back next month with more conversations, interviews, and everything happening across the LGBTQ plus communities in the Carolinas.
Until then, you can keep up with us at QnotesCarolinas.com and follow Qnotes on social media. There's always something new happening.
Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and we'll catch you next time on the Q by Qnotes.